Hello and welcome to the newest 2014 edition of Peomiosfryds. I'm Alex Urban and our newest co-host, Kaylin Crampton. We have plenty of sports today. We have some NBA, some MLB, and even a little NFL offseason action. We'll have much more coming up right after this. Once again, this is Peomiosfryds. I'm Alex Urban. This is our newest co-host, Kaylin Crampton. Kaylin, welcome to the desk.
Good to be here.
You're a freshman, so give me something you're most excited about to be on PO for.
Man, most excited? Probably just giving my output on sports and getting a chance to tell you what I think.
That's a great idea, because we're about to do that right now.
Cool.
How about that?
Let's get into it.
Yep. Players of all ages, from the pros to college to high school, will be on Twitter or Facebook. Whether it's good or bad, it usually makes for an interesting story. Louisville head basketball coach thinks otherwise. Rick Pitino came out saying, "I think technology is a great thing in many instances, but I think it's poison for others, and for people in sports especially." Pitino banned his players from tweeting, saying he wants his players to read more. Kaylin, do you agree with him?
In a way, yes. In a way, no. I feel like in a day where like social media, especially with sports, let's say a kid or a player makes a great play. The first thing they want to do is bring that to Twitter, or bring that to Instagram, or something like that. So I feel like you can't really take that away from a player because the way social media has really spawned, especially of now.
Yes.
You can't take that part away from a player, but I understand where he's coming from. They need to stay focused.
Yeah, I think we look at someone like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't tweet during the season. Now that it's the offseason, he's doing a little tweeting. But I think a really important thing is that, making sure you're watching what your players are saying. These guys are 18 to 21, 22 years old, depending on, the team and whether they came back or they're in the NBA. But there are a lot of things that can get out there. And a lot of bad things that can get out there. Whether it was whether it was an underage athlete at a party and they were drinking, something like that, or if there was something about something that happened in class. Bad things can happen. Bad things can get out there, and that's your biggest fear. But we look at it on the flip side, and we also, we see great things that happen because of Twitter. So it is a kind of a two-sided story. But as a head coach, I completely understand it.
Yeah, like I said, there's good and there's bad to it. I understand where Rick Pitino is coming from, and then I can also see how that can be a problem.
Exactly.
Within the last month, Kevin Durant has been playing lights-out basketball, as well as LeBron James. Many say the MVP race is all but over, and it's a foregone conclusion that Durant has won the award. But with the recent great play of LeBron, averaging over 30 points on this road trip, and one more meeting between the two superstars, is the race still over, or has the race just begun with another half a season left?
Race always begins after. We've seen it last year. We saw it last year. Last year, a lot of people said it was KD's to win. Look what happened. Look who won it. It was LeBron. It's whoever finishes the strongest. Clearly, right now, there's not even a question. It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah, right now.
I mean, he's averaging about 31, almost 32 points, I believe, per game. And he's been on an absolute tear. But once you get to those last 15 to 20 games is where you're really going to determine who's the MVP, who's playing the most clutch basketball, who's winning games in the last 2 minutes. If LeBron has 2 or 3 game-winning shots over those last 15 to 20 games, that propels them to having the #1 seed in the East, and Oklahoma City doesn't, that's kind of where you're going to determine who's the MVP.
Well, I am the biggest LeBron fan. So I'm rooting for him to win the award. Right now, like you said, if the season ended today, it's without a question Kevin Durant. But LeBron has been playing good as late. They do have one more meeting. I feel if LeBron shows out in that meeting and Kevin Durant doesn't have the same play, could possibly be LeBron's to win again. So
yeah, I do agree with you. but LeBron has the more important thing to show, and that's rings.
Yeah, that's true.
So
finally got him some.
Yep, we're going to have some MVP play between us two coming up right after this.
Even says a word.
Media activism may see lower commitment levels. It has global and instantaneous reach.
The message that we can get from this roll of duct tape is that utility really is everything.
Game and Media Entertainment Developers, or better known as GAMED, is a student org that aims to create an opportunity for students to develop games and media with the help and motivation of their peers. Whether you're a programmer, artist, musician, storyteller, or you're just passionate about games, everybody has something to bring to GAMED. GAMED meets at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights in McGraw Hall, room 127. Check out our Facebook group at UW Whitewater GAMED.
Welcome back to Peomiosfryds. Now let's jump right into it with a little college basketball. The Syracuse Orange had barely snuck by the past two games, winning on a 35-foot buzzer beater versus Pittsburgh and then stealing a victory, literally, versus NC State. Well, that all changed on Wednesday night when Boston College came into the Carrier Dome. BC held Syracuse to a 32.3% field goal percentage and only 59 total points, including overtime. Where does this leave Syracuse as we are reaching March?
Syracuse is in trouble. Like you said, the last couple games they snuck by.
Yep.
And then they lost to Boston College. It doesn't look good, especially with a meeting with Duke this weekend.
Yeah, at Duke.
At Duke. They still got to play Virginia, I believe, before the season's over. It doesn't look good for them. They're in some trouble going into March Madness tournament.
I do agree with you. I think we're what, 5-10-ish days away from March?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. It's hard to say that someone's really in trouble until you actually get to, I would say, the conference tournaments. And if they get bounced first game, conference tournament, that's when I say, this team's in serious trouble. But if they make a good run in their own conference tournament, maybe make it to the championship game semifinals or win it, I would say, Syracuse is in prime condition to make a Final Four run.
Yeah, there's still a lot of basketball, but you never know.
Exactly.
All right, Derek Jeter, after a long and great career from the captain, he decided after this season he's hanging up the cleats. Entering his 20th and final season with the New York Yankees, Jeter has won 5 World Series championships, along with 5 Golden Gloves, and has been named an All-Star 13 times. Also, last season, Jeter became a member of the 3,000 Club with 3,000 hits. What will you take away most from El Capitan's career?
Honestly, I was never much of a Yankees fan, kind of growing up. I just didn't like them. They were always they're the Bronx Bombers. They had all the money.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you look back at a guy like Derek Jeter, he's never tested positive for steroids. He's played in New York. He's produced. Whether it's postseason, regular season, he's always been there until, I mean, these last couple of years. He's getting old, though. Obviously, he's retiring. We've seen that. But, I mean, the thing you take away is this guy, he's always consistent. He's always been Mr. Consistent. He's always been the true captain or leader on the Yankees. And that's arguably the greatest franchise in all of any sport. And that's what I take away is that he's always been Mr. Clutch, Mr. Consistent. So that's my personal takeaway. So.
Yeah, definitely top 5 player in Yankee history. Very special player, and it's sad to see him go.
Exactly. We'll have much more on Pio coming up right after this.
Jitters is a student-operated coffee house located on campus offering a variety of hot and cold drinks served by our friendly staff. We also provide students with one of the most relaxing atmospheres on the entire campus, making it the perfect place to study. However, Jitters also offers several fun activities, including numerous board and card games and a regular schedule of live music. So check out Jitters tonight. Jitters is located on the main floor of Wells East. For more information, check us out on Facebook or call us at the number listed below.
I guess one thing that makes me different is my creative sense in LU. I'm very cheery.
I'm the only Latino that's in theater.
What makes me like the members of LU is we share culture.
We all just get along.
Like one big family. Anybody can join and enjoy each other's friendships. Anybody who wants to learn about mainly Latinos.
Who likes diversity.
Somos diferentes, somos uno.
The University Health and Counseling Center has everything you need to reduce stress, tension, and muscle aches through their massage therapy services. Massage therapy is an all-natural way to promote healthy body functioning, relaxation, and to relieve aches and pains. The Health Center offers a variety of budget-friendly table and chair massages ranging from 15 to 75 minutes long. Massage therapy has something to offer everyone, so call today to make an appointment or go online for more information.
All right, welcome back to Peomiosfryds. We're going to jump right back into the action. After the tragic spinal neck injury Jermichael Finley suffered last season with the Green Bay Packers, he said he has gained muscle and is ready for the return. Doctors say the injury is not one that continues to reoccur. With possible re-injury risks and knowing Finley's past, what do you expect out of him next season coming off such a scary injury?
I really don't know. Honestly, that's a really bad answer from me. But you don't know because you don't know whether this guy's going to be playing tentative. You don't know if he's going to be going across the middle and kind of give up on balls because he's scared that he's going to have the same injury happen. And, you know, maybe it could be one more time with that injury, and his career could be over, and that's a lot of money you're missing out on.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the right system, I think he could thrive. I think a Packers-like system, something like that, because he's not much of a blocking-like tight end. He's more of a playmaker tight end, Jimmy Graham type, something like that.
Yeah.
That's where he's going to thrive.
Yeah, and you know, with the last season, Corliss came on late.
Yeah.
And he did real good. So you never know. Worst case scenario, they always have help. But I just hope that he's okay and he doesn't get hurt again.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take it from the field and we're going to take it back to the court. They were out of the game. Then a quick burst and they were right back in the game. And then as it usually goes, Dougie McBuckets, or Doug McDermott, who took over the game and pulled away from Marquette on Wednesday night in Milwaukee. Marquette is now 15-11 and 7-6 in conference. They are currently on the outside looking in for the NCAA tournament, but do they have a chance to sneak it back in?
No. I think it might be the BMO Harris Bradley Center that's it's cursing Milwaukee teams right now.
There's just a bad vibe going on there.
But Marquette is terrible. They are terrible, and they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent.
They do.
They got some big games coming up of late or at the end of the season, but I don't see them winning them. And even if they do, I don't even know if that's strong enough. So they should start packing for the NIT tournament.
Yeah, honestly their only hope is if they win out the conference tournament and they get an automatic bid. That's the only way I could see them getting in.
And they're not going to do that. So
they haven't beaten Creighton. They haven't beaten Villanova. Those are the two top teams in the conference. Other than that, it's really not a very strong conference. What do you have to look at other than that? You're 7-6 in conference. Even if you win out, you'd be at, I believe it would be 11-6.
Yeah, no, their record isn't strong enough. They don't have enough good wins.
No.
But now on to the Diamond. The Milwaukee Brewers look to bounce back from a nightmarish season last year going into spring training. The Brewers have upgraded their starting lineup with the acclamation of Matt Garza and have added depth to their bullpen. The crew will also get Ryan Braun back from suspension to help bolster that lineup. What are your expectations for the Brew Crew this upcoming season?
Much higher than they were last season. They didn't have a whole lot going in terms of pitching going into last season. I know they acquired Loesch right as the season started, but having a guy come in like that, Loesch, last season, literally the beginning of April, can't really expect a whole lot in the first month or two. He didn't have a spring training. He didn't get a whole lot of actual live pitching in. Braun, he'll be fresh. I think he honestly should have a big year. I mean, I know with steroids, people look at steroids, the power numbers will go down. I don't think so. He wasn't taking steroids for that purpose. He was taking them more because he's a very injury-prone player. Can he stay healthy? That's another question.
That's the big question. That's the big question with him, and that's also the big question with the starting lineup. If Giovanni Gallardo can stay healthy, Kyle Loesch and stuff like that, and now Matt Garza. If the starting lineup can stay healthy, I feel like they have enough talent in the batting lineup that they can do something offensively and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Garza needs to stay healthy. He has a very long list of injuries down the line of his pitching career. The biggest aspect for the Brewers that I am looking at is the bullpen.
Yeah,
that's where key. We saw it last year. That's where wins and losses are going to happen for this team.
Yeah, bullpen is important.
Exactly. We'll have much, much more PO coming up right after this quick commercial break.
Here at UW Whitewater Intramural Sports, we have a motto: a sport for everyone and everyone in a sport.
Come on! That's it anyways. Oh, she got that. Oh, they're going to count it.
Had a blast. Always have fun at intramurals.
Every day we strive to go above and beyond that goal by providing healthy exercise, promoting leisure education, and giving students that competitive atmosphere they are looking for.
Yes! Yes!
It's exciting. Brings me back to those high school days with Friday Night Lights.
With our 25 different intramural sports offered, we guarantee that we have a sport for you. Go to our website and find your sport today.
Welcome back to Peomiosfryds. Now it's time for the infamous 2-minute drill. Let's get it going. Number 16 at number 15 features Wisconsin traveling to Iowa for what could be another instant classic. Last time the two teams played, it went down to the final minutes before Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey got 2 technical fouls, which resulted in a 4-point swing for the Badgers. Although I don't think this will happen again, I do believe that the results will be relatively the same. Badgers stay hot, 66-59.
Syracuse versus Duke. After Syracuse survived a couple nail-biters the last couple games, they finally fell to Boston College. This Saturday, the road gets rougher when they travel to Duke. Last time these two teams played, Syracuse won in an overtime thriller. Look for Syracuse to continue to struggle and Duke to redeem that loss they took earlier this season.
All right, now we'll go to the NBA. At this point in the season, every game in the Western Conference is huge. Oklahoma City is leading the West, while the Los Angeles Clippers are in 4th, only a half game behind the Houston Rockets for 3rd place. Kevin Durant has been on an absolute tear during the month of February and averaging over 31 points per game. I think KD once again takes over and stays hot and pulls out a huge victory for OKC, 108-99.
One of the biggest college basketball rivalries of them all, Michigan State versus Michigan. Look for this to be a down-to-the-wire thriller. Both teams have had good seasons and look to make a push late in the season heading into the tourney. I see the brilliance of Tom Izzo shining in this game, and Michigan State squeaking by with a close win, 73-68.
All good games right there.
They are all good.
The one NBA game I had, really looking forward to.
But college basketball is heating up.
It's getting hot. It's March.
It's March.
Almost March.
It's almost March.
Exactly. We're about a week away.
It's heating up.
And I know I'm excited.
Around the corner.
Syracuse Duke, huge game. You think it goes to OT again?
No, I look for Duke to take it off.
I agree with you. All right, we'll have much more right after this.
Rodeo style in it.
Yeah, I know. I hear her.
Powered by tradition.
The James R. Conner University Center on UW-Whitewater's campus is a gathering place for students of various cultures, backgrounds, and lifestyles. The UC is a great source for information, campus tickets, meetings, entertainment, food, gallery exhibits, workshops, and all of your hot card needs. Whether you're looking for a place to study between classes or just a place to hang out with friends, the UC is the place for you. For more information on the UC, please visit uc.uww.edu or go to facebook.com/uc.uww.
When you have too much homework, you get ticked off. When you get ticked off, you go work out. When you go work out, you feel the power. When you feel the power, you dress as Spider-Man. When you dress as Spider-Man, you spend time on top of buildings. When you spend time on top of buildings, you fall off of buildings. Don't fall off of buildings. Visit the UC for bowling, movies, food, and entertainment any day of the week.
Are you bored on campus? Then come down to Warhawk Alley in the University Center. We have everything you need to take a break from your studies and have a great time. So come blow off some steam with our air hockey, darts, foosball, video games, 8 top-of-the-line Brunswick pool tables, and our 10-lane bowling alley. We have nightly specials, blacklight bowling, tournaments, and tons of chances to win prizes. For more information or to set up a reservation, call Warhawk Alley at 262-472-5681.
All right, welcome back to Peomiosfryds. It's time to have some fun and get a little weird and wacky. This past Valentine's Day, brother and sister attended a Minnesota Gopher hockey game. Well, of course, the kiss cam will be everywhere on Valentine's Day, and it landed on the two siblings. And the brother held up a sign that read, "She's my sister." Nothing better than popping up on kiss cam with your sister.
Very true. The Bucks might be at an all-time low as a franchise. Why not relive the glory days when you have the chance? Saturday night is Y2K night in Milwaukee and will feature former Buck Glenn the Big Dog Robinson and also a thrilling halftime performance by none other than Coolio. How about that for reliving the glory days?
How about let's not relive those glory days?
Hey,
I mean, Big Dog.
They need to bring back Sam Cassell.
Oh no, please do not bring back Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell.
Is this what Bucks basketball has come to?
Hey, if Ray Allen's not playing on Saturday, bring him back too. That's what we need to do. That's what the Bucks need to do.
No, the Bucks are just a joke. I mean, if this is going to save their season, then so be it. But
I think at this point, it's just hoping to get some money. You know?
Maybe
bring in more than like 8,000 fans.
More than like 8
something
fans.
like that. But something that did happen actually earlier today, Thursday, USA women's hockey lost 3-2 to Canada, sudden death overtime. USA was up 2-0 in the third period. About 3 or 4 minutes left. Disappointing.
Yeah,
truly.
It is disappointing. And USA, I know they were looking to really to beat Canada, knock them off, the pedestal and stuff like that. But
exactly.
That just goes to show you how good Canada is. And I hate to say it, but USA disappointed me. And,
true. I mean, it was really good to see that they made a push. They were in the game. But it's so disappointing to see. You'd almost rather see them just lose. 3-1 or something like that.
Give up a 2-0 lead with a couple minutes left.
Exactly.
They got excited. They celebrated early.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing, tomorrow, Friday, the USA men play Canada in the semifinal round.
Yes, it'll be a good one.
At 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 noon Eastern. Good thing we're in Wisconsin. But that should be a really good game. Hopefully, we're hoping. Last time they played gold medal game in, was it Vancouver?
Yeah, it was.
That would have been Vancouver, huh? So that was that. They lost in overtime.
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby put it away. So
yeah, look for USA to win this one, though. I got a feeling they'll get them back.
I think so. Hopefully we take on, I think it would be Sweden in the gold medal
Hopefully.
round. Exactly.
Good hockey.
Exactly. Good hockey. Once again, I'm Alex Urban. This is Kaylin Crampton. That was a gold medal show by us, too.
It was.
I think so. I think so.
We got to bite the medal. Bite the medal.
Kiss it. Wait for the national anthem. We'll see you guys next week on Peomiosfryds.